four, three, two, one. Let's go. Good evening, Misfits. Night shift. Somebody's in the chat already like, yo, night shift. I don't think we've ever done a Monday evening show. Evening shows are very rare. Obviously, Wednesdays with Sean. But for those of you that have been following along, you know, we did a little experiment this month. We joined the Rumble Creator Program, and there's certain requirements. And because of the holiday, and because I just got sick for the past like 5 days with I don't fucking know what, we were coming up short. And I'm pretty sure I could. I'm pretty sure tomorrow's show would count, but because I'm not 100% sure, I just wanted to jump on here and bang out the last 45 minutes. So for those of you that don't know, Rumble offers a creator program, and in the creator program, there's these requirements. You got to get, let's see here. Got to get, obviously, 30 hours in 30 days. And it doesn't say 30 hours in a month, like the month of December, which is 31 days. It says 30 hours in 30 days. And I'm like, well, if you count December 1st, and it says on my little thingy here, November 30th, 2025, December 29th, 2025, I don't know how it counts it. You have to have unique chatters. We crushed that. You have to do 5 hours of premium. We did that. You have to do hours watched, minimum of 200. We crushed that. And you got to do at least 5 raids. And we did all those. So really, we're at 29.2 hours at the start of this show. And we're just going to bang out that last 40. I did the math. It's 48 minutes would be the minimum. So yeah, just I figured Social Media Monday is the designated Monday show. So we'll jump on X, which is actually perfect because I have not checked that shit at all, like barely for the past week or so. Like when I say I've been sick, I was like deathly ill for the first day, and then for the past few days, it felt kind of like mono, where it's like just no energy, none. Like I spent a lot of time on the couch. I ordered DoorDash probably, 6 times. And yeah, I kind of thought I was out of it yesterday. I decided to go hunting, which was stupid because I just sat in a cold blind, and then I think that actually like boosted me back into a little like, follow up today. But I would say I'm 85%. Anyway, so yeah, let's just jump right into it. What do we got on social media? Like I've barely looked at it, but I did notice today there was some fun stuff going on here. What the shit? I feel like that show I did this morning with the moderate case was like last week. I have not slept. It's a fucking nightmare, but we did touch on this earlier. Apparently the yeah, and the whole thing in Minnesota, I've been kind of looking at it. I sort of jumped on. Shit, was it last night? I don't even know. The days have all blended together. I think last night I went on and I just did like all of the social media in like 4 hours, and that was one of the things I was covering a lot. So this guy Virillium, live. Apparently, this is like one of the top groypers. Was with Nick Fuentes at this little when woman propaganda got slapped. He's this guy right here, and apparently, yeah, that's interesting. I mean, this is not news. This is just this is kind of like I just text Sean and I go, I'm feeling pretty fucking vindicated right now. That's about it. The Groyper movement is being exposed as just like these absolute fucking clowns. So this apparently is a post from him. I appreciate anybody going to bat for me, but I'm just going to ignore this thing. I'm not an apologist or a tradcon influencer. I'm just a flawed guy with an addict's degen past who came to Christ in 2023 and blew up on IG this year making videos. Taking the L, it happens. Okay. This is the problem with using Christ, like using your religion as like a shield to protect you from valid criticism, valid questions. Just asking questions. So this is 2 years ago. I don't know when this picture was taken, but ew. And apparently there's more. There's this.
No end
There's
to
this
see
video.
like people talk about that in a government way. Like there's only one person who should tell any woman, especially you, to do with your uterus, and that person is me. What are you doing tonight?
Okay.
It angers me
Uh,
to no end.
nope. Nope. So he's obviously like, even while he's in this whole like, like he's still a groiper. That's groiper talk. I don't think I care enough about this other than to just open with it and just be like, hey, this is hilarious. But yeah, let's see what else is on social media. This is obviously overtaking. But I mean, like, just think of like how many L's like they've taken so far. This is why me and Sean, when we do our shows and talk about platforming, Sean Farish and I are both like, put these people on as many shows as possible. Get these people as much exposure as possible because they thrive in darkness. And when you bring this shit to the surface, you're just going to see more stuff like this happen. Like you're going to see that their whole organization is filled with a bunch of like that. Like even this guy Beardson, remember how we exposed this one? This guy Beardson, I think we exposed him like at the beginning of the year. Oh God, this dickhead's on Alex Jones now. Top lawyer Robert Barnes. This guy is not a top lawyer. This guy is a crazy conspiracy theorist with a law degree, which is not that hard to get if you look into it. Okay, deport Emru. Yeah, this what so here's the deal. Next week, as I've discussed many times, the beginning of the year, the plan has always been for the past few months. I've said this. I've been like, all right, at the beginning of the year in 2026, all of this woke right shit, drama, Candace Owens, the divide, the distractions, you got to take them and put them in the back seat, and you got to start focusing on midterms, right? You got to start focusing on what's really going to help the country, as opposed to what's entertaining, what's the guilty pleasures of the internet. MTG's out. That was going to be one of them that we had to worry about. He doesn't matter. Like he matters. We need to keep on messaging Tucker so that, again, same thing as Nick Fuentes, same thing as the Groypers, same thing as Candace Owens. Like, let them keep talking. Trust me, they have a nice, sturdy shovel, and they will keep digging. Thomas Massie, the biggest problem that I see right now is him. I think that it really needs to be like a collective movement in the Conservative Party to message that he needs to be primaried and removed. And I can't remember the guy who's running up against him. I'm pretty sure it's Trump endorsed. Let's see. Let's see if we can find it. I think he's a veteran farmer. Massie primary opponent. Let's see. Ed Gallerine. Is that right? Yes. Has he officially announced that he is going to primary Massie? I think he's going to. I'm not 100% sure, but this is the guy. And he's a Navy SEAL, former Navy SEAL, 4 Bronze Stars, combat parachute badge, 5th generation Kentucky farmer. Oh, here it is. Yeah, he's definitely, yeah. Trump endorsed to defeat Thomas Massie and deliver America First for Kentucky. The reason why it's so important to get Massey out of there is he's basically not only dividing the party, like dividing, and I don't mean like the party, I don't mean like America, I mean the GOP, right? Like he's a problem in that building. He's dividing the party by constantly pushing the Epstein hoax, right? Like, and that's what it is, right? Not Epstein actually did all that shit. The hoax is pushing it now to weaponize it against Trump. There's a reason why Thomas Massey has been in Congress for 13 years and has not passed a single bill until last month. And the one bill he passed, every single Democrat voted for because they could weaponize it against Trump. That's why, right? And that's what the hoax is. So Epstein hasn't done fuck all. He votes with the Democrats overwhelmingly, like in perspective to other GOP congressmen. Because I mean, like if Thomas Massey votes 87% of the time, you think that that's a lot. It's not, because a lot of them vote like 95, 98%. And Thomas Massey, so he's not only a protest vote, he's not only just taking up space and costing us votes, but he's also dividing the GOP. So get Ed Gal, I don't want to say his name wrong, Galrain, Ed Galrain, get him in there, and I mean anything's better than Massey, but it seems like this guy's got the right criteria. See, what I want to see in Congress is I want to see military, I want to see former military, and I want to see business owners. I want to see those two things, one or the other, preferably both. I do not want to see people that have never had a real job, have never run a company, have never had employees. Like, I mean, Thomas Massey, what was he? He was in tech for a little bit. He's never run a big company. He was like in tech, and then he became a congressman, and he's enriched himself pretty well. So, like, yeah, get him the fuck out of there. MTG, same thing. It's like, yeah, she's a business owner, but she's spent most of her time getting richer. All right. So obviously the Minnesota thing is what everybody's talking about. Let's see what's on the main page. Stand with the people of Iran as they fight for freedom. Oh, good. Iranians are protesting because the vast majority of Iranian people are good people. They are not down with the Ayatollah. Okay. Yep, not worried about him. Not worried about him. Do you see what so this is my algorithm. I'm not sure what your algorithm looks like, but do you see how many distractions we just went through on my algorithm in the first 4 posts? It's like distraction, conspiracy theorist, distraction, clout chasing influencer, Muslim, distraction, Nick Fuentes. It's distraction, distraction, distraction. None of this shit is important. This is clickbait. This is guilty pleasure. This guy, another distraction. Just some dude who like uses being a Nazi for clout. And that's what I think a lot of people are being fed. Dave Smith, distraction. It's all garbage. Like this is actually a distraction. This is whatever. Benny Johnson reacts to Benny Johnson reacting to Benny Johnson. But yeah, like, look, Candace is a dead horse at this point. Will I keep talking about her? Maybe a little bit, if it's relevant. But for the most part, I'm going to start treating her like I treated Andrew Tate once I realized that, the work was done of exposing him and his play to try to, get infiltrated in the MAGA movement. It didn't work, and then, he still has his base, but he's kind of irrelevant now. First time hearing your podcast. I follow you and love the content you make. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. Liberated podcast. Let me see. Can I give you a follow? I'll figure out how to follow you later. All right. Let's go to Minnesota, because that's what everybody's talking about. I was sick for the majority of this, but apparently think they have 98. So this guy, Nick Shirley, if you guys have been living under a rock for the past few days, Nick Shirley had a 42-minute video where he exposed the fraud going on in Minnesota. He uncovered $110 million in one day. Apparently he got into like one of the facilities. He was interviewing people. I didn't watch the whole 42-minute video, but I did notice somebody posted this, that here you go. The phone number for Minnesota's Sweet Angel Childcare. I keep on seeing this like daycare thing that was basically being used as kind of like a money laundering operation. Went directly to the office of Governor Tim Walz. And his official line has now been removed from Minnesota Sweet Angel. They are so fucked. They're so fucked. But let's see what the simps have to say. That means nothing. The owner of the phone itself can just redirect to any other number selected. You can do that with your own phone too. Okay, pumpkin. Everyone's saying the guy faked it. Polymarket's pretty good at posting up real shit. If it's not, I mean, there should be a community note under there or something. But yeah, so the Minnesota fraud, because guys, forgive me, I'm kind of going through this with you. Let's type in Minnesota daycare. See what pops up. All right. Surveillance video. In the surveillance video, Somali parents would take their kids to the daycare, check them in, and then leave with them moments later. The owners of the daycare would then bill the state for a full day of childcare and give the parents kickback payments for being in on the fraud. Somali fraudsters have been stealing from taxpayers for years, and it's clear that the entire Somali community is in on it. Yeah, sounds about right. Now, look, I also want to bring up. I think that there's a good way to do this and a bad way to do this, but shit like this, is this really helpful? Because I keep on seeing this. Like I'm seeing like Carl Higbie, who I really respect. He's kind of jumping in on this whole trend, and a lot of people have been pushing this for this whole administration, where it's like, you're like, we want arrests right now, we want everything right now, right now, right? And yes, we definitely do, but as I've said many times before, right, it's like we are like 11 months into this administration, and demanding everything at lightning speed is a good way to fuck up the cases. Obviously, right, this thing should be investigated. Obviously, this thing should be prosecuted. There should be indictments. There should be arrests 100% based off of just what we know already. But we just found out about this like a few days ago, and everybody wants to see people like perp walked, like in cuffs, on the sidewalk. You want to see Tim Walz's door kicked in, just like what the Democrats did with like Roger Stone and Donald Trump and the 20-something people that were associated with him. That's not the way it works, right? You need to have solid, like irrefutable evidence before you bring indictments. I'm not saying that they're going to take forever. I'm just saying we've gotten into a mentality of I want it now. Sound like Violet from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I want it now, Daddy. No, I want an Oompa Loompa now. Give it to me now. And it's like, hey guys, can you chill? Like just a little bit? It's like you want like all of the details from the Charlie Kirk investigation before they're even done investigating. You want all of the people on the Jeffrey Epstein list like exposed. And I get that, right? I get that. But as I said with the Jeffrey Epstein thing, I'm like, do you want sex trafficking victims doxxed? Because when you say just unredact everything and just fling it out there into the public, that creates a shitstorm. And I think that that's what the hoax is. If they, push for Trump to unredact everything, and then a bunch of sex trafficking victims get doxxed, harassed, threatened, and then they start suing the government, and that's 24-hour news cycles for the next 3 years, right? They have to do things carefully. The justice system moves slow. All right. If they started their investigations, if they started their like, let's say Cash Patel and Dan Bongino is like already saying fuck this, I'm out. But I think they started in March, right? April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. It's 9 months, guys. That's not a long time. Okay, it's really not. If you do things by the book, which is what we want. We don't want to become like the Democrats who abused the legal system, who did lawfare, who cut corners, who said, show me the man, I'll find you the crime. What we want is, show me the crime, I'll investigate the crime, and I'll make sure that the people that we think committed the crime actually committed the crime. And then once we are 100% sure, we will bring down an indictment, right? But this whole, like, this is getting to the point where it's like, we sound like whiny bitches. We sound like the left. Like, we really do. And I think that we need to exercise a little more patience, a little, like, and I'm not saying don't ask for this. I'm not saying you should, like, Pam Bondi has not, I don't have a ton of confidence in her. We all wanted Cash Patel. We haven't given him an opportunity to actually do the job that we wanted him to do. And there's so many people that have turned on him already because he hasn't given you like what you want in 9 months. It's kind of crazy. It's counterproductive in my opinion. And I'll keep saying this, you know, like stop living in this world right here. I would say reasonable expectations are somewhere in the mid part of the term. Like 2 years would be indictments, right? Like maybe 18 months. 18 months would be probably indictments if you're trying to do something right. Right? They investigate people for months and months and months because they want a solid case. 18 months would be reasonable. We're halfway there. And then as far as convictions, you're probably not even going to get a lot of these convictions in Trump's term. Like, I doubt it. Like, they completely just steamrolled Trump's, like, whole, like, they said, fuck due process. Like, they said the right to a speedy trial is the government's right. No, it's actually the right of the accused. And sometimes, and they can say, I don't want a speedy trial. I want to chill. I want to wait. I know a woman going through a defamation case that's been going on for 3 fucking years, and she is still in it. So I'm just saying, we gotta chill, guys, because it's a distraction and it's a psyop, and you're falling for it, and it's a hoax. It's a hoax because the Democrats are pushing certain things, you know, to get you all riled up, and some of you are falling for it. Okay, this is another Minnesota thing. Elon posted, following the exposure of millions in fraud at Somali-run care centers in Minnesota, similar concerns are now surfacing in Washington state, where 539 of about 5,000 licensed care centers are Somali-run, many lacking a physical address. This whole thing, like I said, what you have right now, what we all have is we have internet evidence, okay? We literally have internet evidence. We have, okay, like the internet sleuths have gone and found irregularities. They found very concerning things. And those things are internet stuff, right? What the FBI needs to do is they take the internet stuff and then they have to fucking verify it, which I'm sure a lot of it's 100% true, but they have to go through and they have to make sure every T is crossed, every I is dotted. And when they do that, which takes months, right? Because you don't want to just bring an indictment down on like the first thing that you see and then a whole bunch of other people get away with it. You want to bring everything together. If it's really as big as we think it is, this is going to take a long time because they have to trace down every person that's tied to this. And then they bring an indictment. You don't just drip indictments. You don't be like, okay, we got one. That being said, however, I believe it was, what was it, the DOJ? Let's see here. Does the DOJ have a page? Yeah, nope. Was it the FBI? No, actually, hold on. It was the Department of Justice, I thought. Yes, it was this one. They have announced that they have charged 98 individuals in relation to fraud in Minnesota. More than 60 have pled guilty or been convicted, and more to come. So they are being transparent, right? Now, I don't know if this is 98 individuals in the past 4 days or if they were already investigating it and we just found out about it and they were already doing their own thing. But either way, 98 individuals have, according to the Department of Justice, have already been indicted, charged. 60 have pled guilty or been convicted. If this is as big as we think it is, this could be hundreds of people, thousands of people. So you want to make sure you track down all those people. So I'm just saying. And they're not going to release their fucking names every fucking time they arrest somebody. And they're not going to perp walk them and make it a big spectacle. The other thing that I always like to bring up is this administration has been juggling plates since they got in, right? Trump has been juggling a lot of fucking plates. And if he drops one, you guys pretend like he's not a good juggler, right? Motherfucker's got like 15 plates. Like he's got, oh, the border's closed. Oh, he's bringing in a bunch of revenue with tariffs. Oh, manufacturing's coming back. Oh, he's making trade deals. Oh, he fucking ended like 9 wars. He's got the, especially the one in Israel. It's ceasefire is still going on. He's blowing up Venezuelan drug boats. He's got so much going on. And there's so many people that are like, Epstein files. It's like, okay, guys. Yeah, way to fucking prioritize. This is what happens when you live on the internet. You don't realize that people don't really care about this. Like, I understand that you're going to start to, like, cope and seethe and just go, yeah, we do. Most people don't, right? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but most people really don't, right? Most people are like, Jeffrey Epstein, the dead guy? Oh, yeah. Like, they really don't. Like, obviously, I care about sex trafficking victims. I mean, I care about the horrendous act. But this particular thing that you are so fucking obsessed with, most people aren't. Sorry. They care about their grocery bill. They care about their gas prices. They care about putting food on the table. They care about the, credit card interest rates coming down. They care about being able to afford a home. They care about a bunch of other shit than the Epstein files. They also don't care about the war in Israel. Like, they really don't. People don't care, right? You guys can keep on trying to breathe life into that thing because it worked so well as a division tactic for so long. So did the war in Ukraine. Right, the war in Ukraine was very useful for the left to divide the country for a certain period of time, and then it stopped. And people were like, "Yeah, we don't give a fuck anymore." People get fatigued, right? They really do. They get fatigued, no matter how horrendous something is or how horrendous you portray it to be. If you throw it in people's faces over and over and over again, and you go, "You better care about this," people eventually are going to go, "I fucking don't," right? And that's. You're doing a disservice to the actual cause if you have one, where if you really are being genuine and you really do care about the thing that you're talking about, if you're constantly propagandizing it, if you're constantly weaponizing it, all you're doing is desensitizing people to it. It's kind of like when you say the word racist over and over again at a bunch of people who fucking aren't, right? It's like, that's how you get Nick Fuentes. Just call people racist over and over again, and eventually they're just going to be like, hey, you know what? I don't fucking care. And then they'll just drop a hard R, and they'll be like, yeah, what are you going to do about it? This is a problem with so many issues, and it's driven by social media, right? It's driven by the dopamine hit, the algorithm pushing so many variables, but This is not what real people in the real world give a fuck about, right? People that are online for less than, 3 hours a week of internet, they don't care. You do, because you're on 6 hours a day. Like, you care, they don't. I mean, like I said, I took this like time off. Like, I could have kept tweeting while I was like, not feeling well, but I wasn't feeling well and I didn't have a lot of energy, so I was like, I don't really want to. And then when you take a couple of days off and you sort of like detox from social media, when you detox from social media, whether it's by accident or on purpose, it is so hard coming back because you are literally just you go, it's like, what's that fucking like Never Never Land. It's like, or it's like Derry from that show, from the movie It. It's like once you leave Derry, you kind of like forget about all the shit that happens. And it's really like if you take literally just 3 days off of the internet, no social media whatsoever, right? Literally 72 hours, not one peak, right? When you come back and look at it, it's different. You're like, oh fuck, these people are weird. And then you go, oh fuck, I'm kind of weird too, aren't I? I'm weird all the time. Sean Farish is here, prepping tomorrow's radio and LFA shows. Listening, nice one, man. We're about to hit the Creator Fund goal, I think, in 15 minutes ish, about 15 minutes. So once we bang out that goal, I was gonna like do the news stories, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow because it's just the news. So I just wanted to do social media Monday, and I'm basically being caught up because, as I was just saying, like if you take 4 days off the internet, my first post back, I think I was like, I assume that the world ended like 4 times by now. Because everybody literally just thinks every fucking story is the most important fucking story, and it's really not. Like, I talk to people in the real world. I know. They don't care. All right. Marjorie Cheney Green is doing Marjorie Cheney Green shit. This was so predictable, by the way. It's like, it really was so predictable. It's like, as soon as this, all right, so I say that this is what Trump derangement syndrome is, right? This is the best analogy I've ever heard, and I'm the one that created it, so I'm kind of giving myself the credit here, but it really is the best analogy I've ever heard. Let's say, right, you have a relationship with somebody. Let's say you're even married, right? And you're married for a very long time. And all in all, right, like it's a pretty good marriage. But let's say you find out that your spouse has cheated on you with your best friend, okay? That spouse could cure cancer and you will still hate them, right? That spouse could save a bunch of babies from a burning building and you'll still be like, yeah, but they still suck. That's what TDS is, okay? And Marjorie Taylor Greene, I think, feels like she's the one that walked in on her significant other cheating, but it's really the other way around because she was doing the circuits and bashing Trump and standing in front of signs that said like Trump is a pedophile before Trump ever said a bad word about her, and then she's acting like she's the one who's been slighted. She's literally acting like a scorned woman, which is what she is. But it is funny seeing her devolve into Liz Cheney. I mean, she's the New York Times did a whole piece. Look at this. This is great. I was just so naive. You still are, honey. Yeah, you still are. Nobody, right? Literally nobody turns on somebody like this hard, this fast, unless it's personal, right? Like, nobody. It's like, oh my God, I loved all of Trump's policies. Oh my God, Trump is the best. Oh my God, Trump is great. And then like one day, Trump's a piece of shit. It's obviously personal. Everybody knows it. So funny. I'm telling you, she got Israel derangement syndrome. And that Charlie Kirk was right. That's brain rot. And when you get brain rot, Trump doesn't care if you've been friends forever. He'll be like, yeah, like Tucker Carlson, kooky, Marjorie Taylor Greene, crazy, right? People act like Trump is so bad for pointing out the people that he used to be friends with who have turned on him publicly, for calling them out, right? People act like Trump is a piece of shit. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. That's not how it works at all. Right? Like, I have plenty of people that I used to be friends with that were fake as fuck, and then you call them out. It's like, and I'm not saying, maybe I was wrong on some of those cases, maybe they were wrong on some of those cases, but it's not like you can just go, oh, Trump is the problem. Um, Many of these people were the fucking problem. It's a fact. Okay, the owner of Quality. Okay, the owner of Quality Learning Daycare Center sign. The owner of the Quality Learning Daycare Center sign seen in Nick Shirley's Minneapolis fraud investigation blamed the designer for the typo, and the employee exploded at reporters shouting, "Get the fuck out of here." Quality Learning Center. Oh no. This is somebody pointed out it looked like the Zoolander thing where it's like Quality Learning Center for kids who can't read good. Oh, because it says leering. I get it now. I was like, what's the typo? Quality Leering Center. Oh. Oh. That, like, have you ever seen that movie, The Pursuit of Happiness, where like Will Smith comes up and he's like, yes, you spelled happiness wrong. It's literally that. It's like it's supposed to have an I, not a Y. Oh my God, this is so great. So yeah, here's the deal. I think that with this Minnesota thing, I would say it the Bongino rule should have been applied, and I don't know if many people did because I was out of commission for 72 hours. But the Bongino rule is wait 72 hours. After you wait 72 hours, then you should, be able to report on it. It seems like this has been going for a few days, and it's 100% legit. There is going to be some shit going down. Oh, I'm sure people get pissed about this. Trump meets with Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, telling reporters the longtime leader has done a phenomenal job taking on. Israel might not exist without a leader like Netanyahu. We'll knock the hell out of him. Yeah, people are gonna take this as World War III. Dave Smith's probably having a fucking fit right now, but here's the deal, guys. Cope and seethe all you fucking want. Israel's an ally. They just are. It's just what it is. Get over it. Get over it. People are tired of hearing your constant bitching about Israel. It's like nobody really cares. Like, there is so much fatigue on both sides. Nobody cares. The problem is Jew hate. That's the real issue, right? The real issue is Israel is just the vessel that people are using to hate on Jews. And it's becoming way more obvious now. I mean, Candace Owens was holding up like the Talmudic Jew, and that has nothing to do with the nation state of Israel. And people that are refusing to call out Islam because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. It's another fucking telltale sign. Looks like this story has completely overtaken social media, though. This guy, Nick Shirley, first of all, he seems hilarious, by the way. Seems very funny. Breaking, no more leering. Oh, no. Yeah, I saw a couple of funny tweets. Yeah, don't drive that into the dirt though. It's not that funny. Yeah, don't hyperfixate on the typo. We'll lose credibility. There was one thing. Yeah, nope. See, that's too many times. That's already too many times. Okay. Yeah, you're ruining it. Yeah. Okay. Look, maybe I'm just being picky, maybe I'm hyperfixating on it, but if this kid came out and just like exposed this huge fucking like fraud scheme, and he's made 20 posts about a typo on a sign, then it gives ammo to the people that are like, oh, he's just clout chasing, right? I'm not saying that what his investigative work isn't still credible, but I mean, come on, dude. Two jokes, two jokes about leering, and then you move on. Oh yeah, this is the funny one. I saw this one. That's apparently like him, like an AI version of him.
I am the captain now.
I still don't know how to do that shit, and I kind of don't want to learn. Yeah, I can't remember the other funny post that he did, but there was another funny one. But yeah, like I said, do not expect your immediate dopamine hit and your instant gratification to be the thing that happens in this investigation, right? This is going to trickle out. It's going to take more months, and if you're going to have people that are like, why haven't I seen Ilhan Omar deported yet? It's like, hey, wait. Just wait, right? Because you're going to look stupid too, by the way, right? Like, that's the other thing. You're going to look dumb if you were the person that was on X every day going like, arrest people, arrest them, do it now. And then they do, right? Because you're like, as much as you think you're going to be like, I did that, right? You didn't. Right? No, you're just being a whiny bitch. Oh, fucking, I muted the Haji twins. Oh, yeah, I told you dumb people are going to be mad about Benjamin Netanyahu, an ally of a country, the prime minister of an ally to the United States is meeting with the president. Wow. But he's Jewish, so let's get mad about it. Fucking people. So wild, man. This is something that we just need to fix across the board, okay? I was talking to Moderate Case about this morning. That was such a great interview. I was completely out of it. I'm still out of it. Still haven't slept, but I was completely out of it on Saturday's show too. I've been out of it the past 3 shows, but it was still a good interview because I was like telling him my vision for Congress, which is to take money out of it, right? Like there should, first of all, there should be no secondary income, right? Like, this is a lot of money. This is a lot of money anywhere in the United States of America. $174,000 a year is a lot of money for somebody who works less than a school teacher. Okay? That's the reality is these people are in work, like in the building, doing their job less than a public school teacher. That's a lot of money, right? They don't need more money. So what I say is they're the ones that are going to have to vote on it, so it probably won't happen. You just make a no moonlighting bill, right? No moonlighting bill means no moonlighting, nothing, okay? If you have a business, you divest from that business while you're in Congress. Sorry, you're a public servant. You give people that are in like active duty military, right? They can't like do their day-to-day operations, mom and pop shit. Like, they can't run their fucking bakery if they're also in Afghanistan. They're public servants, right? I think it should work the same in Congress. You say they made Trump do this, by the way. When he was president, they were like, Trump can't keep running the Trump company and be president because that would be a no-no. But then Marjorie Taylor Greene's like, but I want to still have my construction company and hire illegals, and we shouldn't deport them. Bullshit, right? No secondary income, so no business. Sorry, right? And I'm actually, I have wiggle room on that one. If you did want to keep that one, if it's like, okay, if that's the concession, keep that one. But no book deals, no speaking events, no stock trading, no investing. Because Anna Paulina Luna's like, I want to ban stock trading. She also has hundreds of thousands of dollars invested in the company for her number one donor. So it's not stock trading, but it's the same fucking thing. It's still the same fucking thing as insider trading. And by the way, it's an energy company. Which, how would she have any information about energy as a fucking congressperson? So just make it a flat across the board. If you're a public servant, a congressperson, you make your salary and no more while you're a congressperson. Pretty fucking simple, right? That's it. You make $1 more than your salary, you get investigated. That's it. So simple. That'll fix the entire country, by the way. That one rule, that one thing would fix everything. It would get rid of corruption. It would get rid of fraud. It would get rid of so much shit. I mean, it wouldn't get rid of fraud, but it would make it a lot easier to identify fraud. You know, fucking Hunter Biden selling fucking paintings for millions of dollars while his dad's president. It's like, can't do that either. Make it extendable to the fucking immediate family. I don't give a shit. But de-incentivize people to go into Congress and get rich. This is wild. This is insane. She's a multi-millionaire on a $174,000 salary. Even Anna Paulina Luna, somebody that I agree with on policy, I agree with her voting record, right? I called her out because I think that's hypocritical of her, because she's been in Congress not that long, and she's already worth almost $1 million. How? How'd that happen? Dan Crenshaw, how'd that happen? Right? Marjorie Taylor Greene, how'd that happen? I know she already had a successful business, but still. Like, how? How does this happen? The math isn't mathing for me, so I just say, end it. Make it one bill. Call it the fucking no moonlighting bill, and there you go. No more problems. I mean, seems pretty fucking simple. There are obviously other things that you could do as well, but I mean, like term limits. You don't really need term limits if you just tell them you're only going to make this much money. But yeah, I mean, I think stock trading is a good step in the right direction, but it's really not going to stop fraud. They're still gonna do their bullshit. They're still gonna have book deals. They're still gonna have lobbyists, and but that's another thing. Get rid of lobbyists. Get rid of PACs altogether. Right? Here's how it should work. The only money that you can receive, everybody should have a cap. All right? I don't care what the cap is, but let's say the cap is $10 million. Right? Your campaign can raise up to $10 million, and you can only get money from your constituents for their maximum. I think the maximum is around $3,500, right? So you get the money from your constituents, and then whatever's left, right? If, like, let's say your constituents were only gave you like $5 million, okay? The other 5 million you can get from, like, you know, political action committees or whatever. But after 10 million, no mas. No mas. That's your whole, that's your chest. Your chest is full. And it would be like an even playing field, right? Because some people might not hit it, but anybody that does hit it, they're going to be playing against somebody else who has the same exact amount of money, the same exact amount of money for ads, for events, for all of this shit. Same amount of money. It's just like the reason why football has a bunch of different people who win championships, a bunch of different teams who win championships, is because they have the salary cap where it's like every team has the same amount of money. Whereas baseball, there's no salary cap, and you can have the Yankees that have, like, fucking hundreds of millions of dollars, and then you can have the fucking Padres that have like nothing. So obviously, when one team is able to spend a lot more money, they're going to be able to buy better players. They're going to be able to be a better team. I think it should work very similar in Congress, where it's like, find out what the number is, what the average campaign costs, and then go, that's what everybody's capped out at. Again, I don't know. I'm just some fucking contractor who seems to have the common sense solutions on how to fix America. The hard part is implementing them, because the people that are robbing you blind would have to agree to take a pay cut. So good luck with that. I don't know how to do that without a revolution, but we'll see. All right. I think we have hit our minimum requirement for the creator program. And I think we're going to do a good show tomorrow for just the news. We'll actually do news stories. This was just a quick Social Media Monday review. Do another quick scan, see if there's anything that jumps out at me. Somali fraud, Somali fraud, Somali fraud. It's pretty much Somali fraud, Somali fraud, Somali fraud. I haven't turned on the actual news either, but I'm not sure if they're covering that. Oh yeah, real quick, this video from Anthony Joshua. I don't know if this is true, but I know that he was in the crash, and I know that 2 people died, but somebody reported that the people that died were his trainers, and he was like pulled out of the car shirtless, and looked like he was pretty lucky. Like he didn't look like he had an arm hanging off or anything like that. So pray for him, because that looks pretty rough. I thought this was AI when I first saw it. And there's a lot of people leaving some shitty comments like, fucking, this was Jake Paul getting revenge. Like, nah, stop that. 2 people are dead. I don't know the details of what happened, but you know, it's pretty rough. If they were his friends, yeah, see, they're blurring out the bodies. If those were his friends, then he might not really feel lucky right now. He might feel like it's the worst day of his life. So, I don't take any pleasure in people fucking dying, especially if I don't know if they're a horrible person. So, all right, boys and girls. So let's do the quick shout outs. I'll see you tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to get some sleep. I should be able to, because I've been up for, I don't fucking know how many hours. I really don't. Because I think the day before was the day I went hunting. So I think I was up. I think I've been up since 4 a.m. on Saturday. No, Sunday. 4 a.m. on Sunday, technically. Yes. I think that's how long I've been up. So that would be 24 hours. And then 4 p.m. today would be 36. 40 hours? I think I've been up for 40 hours. I should probably get some sleep. I tried today. Couldn't do it. Brain wouldn't turn off. All right. Great show. I'll be back for the next episode. Oh, cool. Thanks, man. I was hunting for some deer, and I didn't see shit yesterday, which is probably a good thing because I was too tired to even process it. But thank you. Liberated Podcast. New listener, and we'll be back. Sean Farish, my co-host on Wednesday nights. We'll get Sean back here in a couple of days for the weekly breakdown. Purple BTW on The Edge. Georgia Mom 2015, 508 J Fisher. Thanks, guys. All right, so we did it. We hit the goal. The goal is hit. We now just have to wait and see if it was actually worth it, because I'm not sure if I get any extra money for it. I think I just jumped through a bunch of hoops for nothing, but we'll find out. So I'll